Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're tackling something that might sound a little bit intimidating at first, but I promise we're going to demystify this crucial part of your Windows 11 PC together. If you've ever felt totally out of your depth looking at the inner workings of your machine, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to unlock what I like to call your computer's basement.
So, have you ever been staring at your screen, needing to fix a really deep, stubborn computer issue, maybe change a setting that Windows just straight up wouldn't let you touch, but you honestly just didn't know where to start? Look, if you're a complete novice, that feeling of staring at a broken machine can be incredibly anxiety-inducing. But don't worry, by the end of this explainer, you're going to have the tools and, way more importantly, the confidence to fix those foundational problems.
Well, to fix those foundational problems, we need to access something called the BIOS, or the UEFI. I like to think of this as your computer's basement, or, maybe it's subconscious. It's this advanced low-level software that wakes up before Windows even thinks about starting. It's where the absolute most fundamental hardware settings live, giving you the power to solve problems right at the root.
Now, right off the bat, let's just clear up a little bit of technical jargon so we can completely move past it. As our source points out, on most modern computers, you actually have UEFI instead of BIOS. Look, UEFI is literally just the newer, fancier version of the exact same software. Please don't let the acronyms stress you out. Whether your particular PC calls it UEFI or BIOS, we are heading to the exact same destination. It's all just the basement.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got a really clear roadmap for today. We're going to cover 4 distinct ways to get down into that system menu: the hardware key, the settings app, a secret shortcut, and finally, Windows Terminal.
All right, first up, method 1, the hardware key. This is also known as the pre-boot method.
This is the classic old-school way in, and honestly, it's an absolute lifesaver when your operating system is throwing a tantrum and Windows refuses to load at all. For the vast majority of PCs out there, your golden keys are going to be F2 or the delete key.
So, here's the game plan. Step 1, you turn on or restart your PC. Step 2, you've got to watch like a hawk for that manufacturer's logo splash screen. You know, that giant Dell, HP, or Lenovo logo on a black background that pops up when the machine first wakes up. And step 3, the second you see it, rapidly press F2 or delete. You really have to time this right. If you look closely at that first splash screen, it'll usually flash a quick little message at the bottom telling you exactly which key you need to press.
And this brilliantly highlights the main difference in our approaches today. The pre-boot method requires timing that quick key press while the screen is mostly black. It can honestly feel a little stressful if you miss the window. But hey, if rapid-fire button mashing isn't really your thing, take a deep breath. The graphical interface methods use standard Windows menus where you can take all the time you need. And we've got 3 of those leisurely methods coming right up.
Which brings us to method 2, the settings app. This is our first graphical interface approach.
This one is totally stress-free. We're simply navigating through the everyday Windows 11 settings to reach system recovery. Literally 0 frantic keyboard tapping required. You can just sip your coffee and click through.
Let's walk through it together. Step 1, press the Windows key and I at the same time to easily open up your settings. Step 2, click on System on the left and then find Recovery. Step 3, look for the section labeled Advanced Startup and just click the Restart Now button right next to it. Oh, actually, quick friendly reminder here, definitely save your work before you click that because your computer is going to restart immediately.
Now, what's really interesting about this is where you end up. After your computer restarts, you don't just go back to your normal desktop. Instead, you arrive at this bright blue screen with large, crisp white text and big buttons. It's the Choose an Option menu. This is your gateway. It's actually a really safe, friendly, color-coded space designed specifically to help you troubleshoot without breaking anything.
Once you're looking at that blue recovery screen, here's exactly what you do. Step 1, click Troubleshoot. Step 2, click Advanced Options. Step 3, choose UEFI firmware settings. And Step 4, hit Restart. That final click reboots the PC one more time, but this time it drops you straight into the BIOS mode. It is literally that straightforward.
All right, moving on to method 3, the secret shortcut, using the Shift and Restart combo.
So if you like the sound of that blue menu from the last method, but you kind of want to get there a little faster, you're going to love this trick. It's a super simple physical action you can take right from your standard desktop to speed the whole process up.
Here is the secret. Step 1, click the normal Windows Start button. Step 2, hover over the power icon, just like you always do when you're shutting down for the day. But Step 3, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard, and while you're holding it, click Restart. Boom. That completely bypasses a normal reboot and teleports you directly to that exact same blue Advanced Boot menu we just talked about. From there, it's just those same Troubleshoot and Advanced Options clicks, and you're in the basement.
And finally, we have Method 4, Windows Terminal, our command line option. Okay, don't panic. I know the phrase command line or terminal sounds a bit like scary hacker territory to a novice, but I promise you do not need a dark hacker hoodie for this. It's really just a simple text box. You can easily pull up the Windows terminal just by searching for those exact words right in your standard Start menu search bar.
So the crucial point here is that you absolutely don't need to be a programmer to do this. Once the terminal window is open, you just carefully type in a specific restart command, and by the way, this works in both PowerShell and Command Prompt, and you just hit enter. Instantly, your PC processes that text, reboots, and jumps straight back to our familiar, comforting blue Choose an Option screen.
Let's take a quick step back here and look at what we've learned about these graphical approaches. Method 2 uses the Settings app. Method 3 uses the Shift plus Restart trick. Method 4 uses the Windows Terminal. And what do they all have in common? They literally all lead to the exact same blue Choose an Option menu. So while there are 4 different doors to get down to your computer's basement, 3 of them lead through the exact same comforting blue hallway. You just pick whichever door feels best for you.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Now that you know the way in, what low-level computer settings are you going to conquer first? Whether you eventually need to change a startup disk to install a brand new operating system, or you need to fix a really stubborn hardware glitch, you now have the exact step-by-step tools to reach your computer's subconscious. You've officially graduated from a novice to an empowered user. So what's your first project going to be? Thanks so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see what we learn next time.